What is going on, beautiful people? It's your real estate go-to Deontay here as always with another video, and we're going to be talking about the question that many of you guys have, right? Should I buy a house now? Especially those who are around my age, the millennial generation. We hear so much. So we're going to take a look at this video from the Ramsey Show, see what they think, because what we do is bring you industry leaders, thought leaders, experts, and the such to kind of see their points of view and talk through it together. So let's take a look and see what they have to say in regards to should I buy a house at this stage in life?
Ashley came into my DMs and she sent me this question. I thought it would be great. So she says this. She says, I'm 28 years old. I'm a female who has been saving up for baby step 3B for the last year. I make $125,000 pre-tax and I have $40,000 saved up for a down payment on my first home in addition to a 6-month emergency fund. Congratulations. I recently started a relationship with a great guy 6 months.
By the way, Ashley is doing very good right now. She has 6 months in savings. She has $40K for the home, right? So she technically is going to be ready to go. When you're going to purchase a house, just real quick, there's 3 main pillars that you got to get across. Credit score, okay? Years of employment. They want you to be employed 2 years, as well as money in the bank. And it sounds like Ashley has that in spades. So let's see where else they go with this.
Ago, and I'm very excited for a potential future with him. He already owns a house and is debt-free aside from his mortgage. Here's my scenario. Do I continue renting and delay my home purchase since marriage might be a possibility in the next few years? That's option 1. Option 2, do I end my lease and move into his home and pay rent to help with his mortgage? I'm going to say no to that one. And then option 3, or do I buy a home in 2023 like I was planning to before I met him and just sell it and combine our finances if we do end up getting married in a few years? I want to make a relationally and financially sound decision. I appreciate your advice.
So this is what I always say. When you're ready to buy, when you're ready to sell, in my opinion, you do it, regardless of the circumstance. So I don't know what they're going to say throughout the rest of the video, but if Ashley's ready to buy, she needs to buy it. Best case scenario, she loves this guy, they get married, now they have 2 properties, right? One is producing income passively, and the other one they can live in, right?
This is good, Rachel.
It's a great question, Ashley. Yes, so from A, B, and C, definitely not B. We don't suggest moving in if you're not married, and so it gets messy.
It's funny, we're all on the same page there, right? So like she said, it can be messy. I have been in scenarios where couples, came to me to sell their house after, 3 or 4 years of living together, and it didn't necessarily work out, and it does get messy. So
finances, all of it, and relationships and all of it. So, but would you continue renting and delay the home purchase, or go ahead and buy a home?
Here's me. Rachel, this is what I would do. And I base this off of a life experience that was not my own. It was my sister's. She had met a guy and she had already been planning to buy a house. But it was still early in the relationship. 6 months. 6 months is pretty early.
Yeah.
And so she was like, this is what I planned to do and I have the money to do it. And she bought her house. And then
shout out to her. Shout out to her sister. Just like I was saying, buy the house. If you're ready to go, buy the house. So hopefully, she says the relationship was still cool.
And they ended up getting married, and he ended up, that became their house. Now, there's some things to consider here that's not like in the fine print. Like 6 months, that means a lot of different things for a lot of different relationships.
Right.
And I don't know how much she's like projecting. Like, I don't know where this relationship is. And I'm very much into like, do your own thing while you're your own person.
Didn't expect this to be like relationship-ish. But I'm here for it.
What would you say? I don't know that the first one is not wrong.
No, it's not. It's hard. Like if you guys, Ashley, were talking about marriage and there was a timeline and it was like, all right, fall of this year, we would love to, like, if you know it's coming, and you know it's coming, then delay it because you guys will, move in. But if you just love him and you think he's great, but marriage.
Even if I knew, or if I'm in Ashley's shoes, I knew it was coming, I would still purchase the home because that's even better for the family. You're building wealth for your family. Now you guys have two homes, right? He has his home, she has her home, right? And then look down the line, 1 or 2 years later, they can buy their dream home together. Now you have two income producing properties, right? So here's a golden nugget, guys. The goal is you should strive to buy a house every single year for minimum 10 years. If you're able to do that, you will be a millionaire. Okay? Once again, the goal is to buy a house every single year. I know Deontay is crazy. We'll go into that in another video. But buy a house every single year. If you do that for minimum 10 years, you will retire a millionaire.
Which hasn't been talked about, but it just feels like a great relationship. I would probably continue. I would continue to move on, because a house, ideally, you keep it for 5 years is kind of our rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, worst comes to worst, you get married 2 years later, maybe you sell it, and you know what I mean. Like it's not the absolute end of the world.
I'm not a proponent of selling homes unless I'm buying another asset. Life happens. But ideally, I am a strong proponent of, hey, I want as many properties in my portfolio as I can handle so I can continue to receive that passive income. Or if I'm going to sell one of those properties, I'm going to put it into another asset that's going to generate more money than this current one is. That's just how, I think, because our homes can be used as little mini banks, guys. Once again, that's another video too.
So it would all be based on your relationship, Ashley. So again, if you guys have a timeline in place and you're really serious and it's it, he's ring shot. Like
if there was a ring involved, that would be the tipping point for me.
Yeah, things are moving. Then I would probably pause and just say, okay, let's just wait and see kind of how this all plays out.
Yeah.
But if that's not the case, I love it, Jade. Keep being your own person while you're your own person. Because you never know.
$125,000 income, $40K saved, 6-month emergency fund. My girl Ashley is killing the game right here.
She's killing the game.
Yeah, Ashley's doing great, but that was a good video. So, moral of the story, let's boil it down. Hey, if you're ready to buy something, you buy it. I don't care if you're about to get married or what have you. You buy it because it does nothing but add to the future relationship, the future marriage. And then on top of that, what they were, afraid of if it didn't work out, right? She still has her own home. So, didn't expect this video to go that direction, but this was a good one. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you click that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And always remember, in real estate, there are only 2 people that can get you exactly what you want, okay? That's D and you. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.